Hello everyone, welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia and I am Assistant Professor Manju Jhuriani. So today we are going to learn the subject called Research Methodology. We have already started this subject in the last lecture. This is the part 2. The topic is Research Report, Semester 5, Unit 5. The class is TYBCBI. So let's get started. Today we are going to study the types of report. So as we have already seen the meaning, importance or everything. So as we know there are different types of report. There are different types of report which are categorized on different bases. So first one is on the basis of method of communication, which is divided into two parts, oral report and written report. So oral report is when we present the report orally with the help of speech. We present that report in the form of speech. It is rarely presented in the oral format, but sometimes we present our report in the oral format when we have to give presentation to the top management or the sponsoring agency. We can present our report in the oral format also. So it is the opposite of written report. We are presenting our report in the form of oral presentation. So the researcher can supply the required materials, charts, diagrams and sheets to the public, to the audience, and he can present his report in the oral format. So that is the oral report, which is simple, which is present in an oral manner. It is not written, it is not in a form of a written report. So second is written report. Written report is presented in a proper format, which we have discussed earlier, the structure of report. It is presented in a proper format and structure. It is presented in a written manner. So that is the written report. We prepare our report in a proper format, that is introduction, data collection, data processing and report. We prepare our report and then we present our report. We submit our report to the sponsoring agency or the top management. So this is the first classification, that is on the basis of method of communication, oral report and written report. Then moving forward, it is on the basis of purpose. So on the basis of purpose, it is divided into three parts, that is report for publication, then report for executors, it is also called as popular report, and third one is report for detailed study, also called as technical report. So first one, report for publication, means when we prepare our report for the purpose of publication in various journals, magazines, etc. So we prepare our report in the particular format where we have to submit or publish our report in different journals, in different magazines. We can publish our report in different books. So we have to follow the particular format of that publication of that journal, where we are going to publish our report. Then next one is report for executives, which is also called as popular report. So when we have to submit our report to the top management or the top executives, that is also called as popular report. So it is kind of a summary format. The things which are useful for the management is only included in that report. For example, our sales is declining in our company and we have conducted a research on that, and we have to present that report to the top management so they can take the corrective measures to improve the situation. So that is called as report for executives, which is prepared for the purpose of submitting that report to the top executives in our company. It is also called as popular report. So the purpose here is to submit the report to the top management, to the executives, so they can take corrective measures, they can solve the problem and they can take the measures. Then third one is report for detailed study, also called as technical report. So this report is prepared in a detailed manner. Everything from introduction to data collection, data processing and conclusions, everything is included in the detailed study, also called as technical report. Generally it is prepared for technical topics or scientific engineering topics. With all data is included, all data collection, data processing, everything is included in the report. So this report is prepared in detailed, which is also called as technical report. So this is the classification on the basis of purpose. First one is report for publication, then report for executors, which is also called as popular report, then report for detailed study, also called as technical report. Then moving forward on the other basis, first one is interim report. So interim report is the report which we prepare when our research is not completed, it is in process, then we have to prepare a report that how much research we have conducted, how much work we have done, and how much work is pending. We have to prepare that report to submit to sponsoring agency or top management. When our research project is of large duration, large volume, we can prepare this report, interim report, which is prepared in between the research process, when our research is in the process and we have not completed our full research, we can prepare the interim report. That for example, we have collected the data, but it is in the process, it is in the analysis part is pending and data processing is pending. So we can prepare the interim report that we have collected the data, but data processing and analysis and interpretation is pending. So interim report is prepared during the research process, in between the research process. The next one is summary report. So as the name says, summary, the report is prepared in the form of a summary report. It only includes the important part which is concerned about the research, that what is the conclusion of the research, data, which data is used, primary data or secondary data. So only important part is included. It is prepared in the form of a summary. When we have to submit somewhere in articles or journals, we prepare that in a summary format. The whole report is not prepared, only the important parts are included in this report. So that's why it is called summary report, which is prepared in short. Only important and main details are included in this report. Then next one is research abstract. So research abstract is prepared before conducting our research, that it is about the what topic we are going to prepare, and why we are conducting this research, why we are conducting the research on this particular topic, and how we are going to collect our data. So whenever we are conducting any technical research or detailed research, we have to prepare research abstract and submit that abstract, and that research abstract is approved by the authorities, and then we can start our research. So research abstract is prepared before starting our research about our research. Then last one is research article. So whenever we have to submit our research report in any newspaper or any magazines, we have to prepare our research report in a form of an article. So only it is kind of a short summary report is prepared in a form of an article, so the readers can easily read that and understand about what is the research, about what the research we are conducting, why we are conducting that research. So it is prepared in a form of an article, like newspaper article in a journal or magazine. So it is prepared in a summary form. So these are the different types of reports. It is divided into 3 categories on the basis of method of communication, on the basis of purpose, and on other basis. Method of communication is divided into oral report and written report. On the basis of purpose is divided into report for publication, report for executives, and report for detailed study. And on the other basis is divided into interim report, summary report, research abstract, and research article. So I think types of reports is clear. Then moving forward, then next we are going to see the steps in research report writing. So we have already seen what is research report, what are the types of the reports. So now how we are going to write an research report, what are the steps we have to take before writing any research report. So first step is planning for writing research report. For any activity, we have to make planning. We have to plan everything, that how we are going to write our report, what format we are going to use. Like whenever we are going to conduct any event, any birthday party, any celebration, we have to make planning, that who is going to do which work. Work is assigned to every person. Similarly, when we are going to write a research report, So we divide the work, who is going to collect the data, who is going to process the data, or if there are many researchers, they divide the work among themselves. So we plan how we are going to write and research report, which format we are going to use, what structure we are going to use. So everything is planned in detail, how we are going to write our report and what data is required, where we are going to submit that report. Accordingly, we will make plan for writing our research report. So this is the first and most important step, that planning about writing our research report. Before starting, we are going to plan that how we are going to write that report. Then second step is deciding the target audience. So it is also an important step to decide our target audience, whom we are, why we are preparing this report, who persons whom we are going to submit that report, what are our target audience. For example, the report is prepared for the students, for the benefit of students, or for example it is prepared for technical report, is prepared for the submission in the journal or magazines, it is prepared for the professionals. So what are our target audience? Accordingly, we have to decide the style of our report writing and language of our report writing. If we are going to submit that report for newspaper, so we have to prepare that in that format, in article format. So first is we have to decide our target audience. For example, if our target audience is students, we have to prepare the report accordingly. The language should be simple, easy to understand. If it is for general public, then it should be simple, easy to understand, and attractive, short format should be there. So we have to decide target audience, then we have to prepare our report. Then third step is selecting suitable format. So after deciding our target audience, we have to select the suitable format for our research report. Like we have saw the structure or format of our report in the last lecture. There is introduction, data collection, data processing, then last conclusion. So what format we are going to use, what chapters we are going to include in our report. Every researcher prepares report in their own manner, in their own format. There is no particular fixed format. We can make suitable format according to our research report. So selecting the suitable format is important. According to our research topic, according to our report, we can select the suitable format for our research report. Then next, fourth step is logical arrangement. We have to make logical arrangement of our research report. Like for example, introduction should be the first part, objectives of the report, title of the report. Then next we have to show the data collection, whether we have collected primary data or secondary data. Then we have to show the data collection and data processing part. So logical arrangement should be there of a research report. The introduction should be first, then there should be data collection, data processing, then last there should be conclusion, interpretation. So there should be logical arrangement of the every topic. Their proper index should be there, proper page numbers should be there. So logical arrangement of a report should be there, that readers can easily read the report and easily understand our report. Then next one is drafting and redrafting of the report. So whenever we are going to draft our report, we have to prepare rough drafts. We have to prepare rough draft and check that report. We have to get approval from for the rough draft. Then we can make changes, make adjustments in that draft, and we can redraft that report. So we can make 2-3 drafts of the report before preparing final report, because in the final report there should not be any mistakes or any problems should not be there. We have to check and recheck our report to avoid any mistakes or any errors. So we can make 2-3 drafts. First we have to prepare a rough draft, then we have to check that draft and we have to redraft that report and get approval, get checked that report. There should not be any grammatical errors or any technical errors should be avoided. So the researcher have to ensure that proper drafting is done of the research report. Then next one is approval of the report. So the research report should be approved. The researcher himself have to sign the research report, because it makes the research report valid. It makes the report legal. when the research report is not signed by the researcher, it has no validity. So if there is one researcher or there are many researchers, co-authors are there, it should be signed by all the researchers. Then only the research report, we can say the research report is valid and it is legal. So the research report should be properly approved by the researcher himself before submitting to research report to any authority. Then next one is printing and binding of report. So the research report should be properly printed and binded. We have to first we have to see that how many copies are required for the research report. We have to circulate the report to how many persons, to the employees, to the management, how many persons are there. Accordingly, we have to make the printing of the research report, and also proper binding of the research report should be there, because it gives a future reference. We can refer that document in future when we can preserve that document in a proper format, in a proper binding. So proper printing should be there, the quality of the pages should be good, proper binding should be there, proper page numbers, and a logical arrangement should be there, index should be there. So the researcher have to ensure that proper printing is done and proper binding is done for the research report. Then next is submission of report. So after the research report is prepared, it is submitted to the concerned authority, like sponsoring agency or the top management. So whoever is the concerned authority, we have to submit the report on time. For example, we are preparing the report for submission in some magazines or journals, so we have to submit that report before the due date. And if it is prepared for top management to solve any particular problem in our organization, so we have to submit the report before due date, on time it should be submitted. Then last one is feedback of research report. So whenever the research report is submitted, the sponsoring agency or top management may have some doubts, or they want to maybe they want to discuss something about it related to the research report. So they can provide feedback to the researcher about the report, or they can call them for further discussion about any problem. So the feedback of research report is also important from the concerned authority. So these are the steps in research report writing. First one is planning for the writing research report, then deciding the target audience, then we have to select suitable format, then logical arrangement should be there, then drafting and redrafting of the report, then next is approval of the report should be there, and then printing and binding of the report, proper printing and binding should be there, then submission of report, and then next is feedback of the research report. So these are the steps. I think you are clear with the steps also. So today we have completed the types of report and steps involved in the research report. Thank you.